Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to review the book called Present Over Perfect. This was gifted to me by my ex-manager, who's also like a mentor figure to me. Thank you, John. This book came to me at a perfect time because I was on the verge of figuring myself out, and this book has been an interactive, personal life coach to me, and it has helped me realize a lot of important life lessons. One good thing about this book is the author Shauna Niequist has looked into her own personal life experiences to help us understand a very important life lesson. Throughout the book, she's explained she's always led a busy life and she's always been a workaholic. She's a very famous author and she's also given many talks. And she often wonders if she has hid from life behind work, and also the contrast between the upbringing of a man and a woman. Like, a man is taught to eat when he's hungry, to rest when he's tired, but a woman doesn't often think that way. She wants to keep going, even though her body wants rest. Body wants her to pause. She still keeps going, and she thinks that's what defines her strength. And pausing and taking rest actually portrays her weakness. But she breaks that myth in this book, and she tells the major responsibility of being an adult is to realize uh, how much self rest and self importance is also important. The favorite part of this book, which I could relate the most, was when she speaks about the word that changed everything in her life. That is the word no. uh, no often doesn't come to us very naturally. When someone wants us to do something, or you're invited somewhere, you're it's not very easy to say no, like, abrupt on their face. But but she's clearly explained that saying no doesn't make you a bad person, it just puts you above them, which is important at times, to choose ourselves over others, our own needs over others' needs. And the main reason why we naturally don't say no is the fear we have of disappointing people. But over time, she has explained how that will change, how people will get used to hearing your no, and they'll stop taking you for granted. They'll understand that you have your own preferences and priorities, so they will start to respect that. And even though it is challenging to start implementing saying no, in the beginning, it'll get easier over time, and life will become very easier. To be honest, in the beginning stage of reading this book, I felt a little bored and I thought, why has she gone so much about some very simple things that we all know? But I understood that even though we are aware of those things, we are not really implementing them in our day to day lives. And also, we are, as humans, very stubborn people, and even though we are aware of something, it is not very easy for us to change and walk in that path. We need a lot of self assurance and self explanation to really make us understand and to divert ourselves in that path. And because change doesn't easily come to us, and it also takes a lot of habit to implement those things in our lives. She also explained to us that most of us, instead of doing what is right, what feels right, even though it may be hard, we choose some ways that are easier but maybe wrong to us in the long run. That's why some of us are addicted to, some negative things of life. But instead of relying on them for quick comfort, she explains it is important to embrace and understand the right direction and start going in that direction. For a quick impression, it may not take that much work as opposed to it would with your partner or your kids or your parents, who you who you have a constant relationship with, and you have to constantly make the effort of tending to their needs and to work with your relationship with them. That is more challenging, but that is also more fulfilling and satisfying. She's explained a lot of terminologies in a very different, interesting way. Some things like brave. As soon as you hear brave, what we usually think is, being adventurous or doing something very difficult or taking up a very challenging project. But she's told brave is all about making the change. So if you're a person who's constantly takes a lot of risks and you want to stop, you feel like it is the right thing to stop. Even stopping from taking risks, that is also being brave, and to even take a pause and rest from your busy life, that is also being brave. So this wish has broken a lot of stereotypic norms and myths about certain terms, and she's explained how being self-tending. And in a chapter, Essential Self, she's quoted Thomas Merton, who has said, "You find peace not by rearranging the circumstances of your life, but by realizing who you are at the deepest level." So she's defined essential self as staying grounded to who you are and not losing that individuality over any circumstance that defines quick rearranging, and to doing justice for yourself by staying your true self. So it is important to be self secure enough to uh, be bold to take that path of doing what you want and what defines you, and not what. And she's finally explained how we just go about our lives, fulfilling others' expectations and just chugging the caffeine and just keep on going without realizing where you are going, and just with the simple satisfaction of clearing your to-do list for the day, going to bed. But one but all of a sudden you realize if that was enough, if that was satisfying your soul. And for me, all of a sudden reading a book like this, uh, it'll make me realize what I've been doing. And I want to quote this line: "But then someone starts talking about your soul. Someone starts talking about things like grace and rest and peace and the soul feeling its worth. And that language feels so foreign and so beautiful, like water in a desert, like one bright bud pushing up in an otherwise arid landscape. Something breaks through. That's what I've been missing. That's it. My soul." She's beautifully explained that what is really killing our soul is the exhaustion that we face by maintaining a perception for the society and ignoring our own needs. So, as I said, this book has actually been an interactive counseling live session for me, and honestly, I don't think I can do complete justice to this book by making a short YouTube video on it. I could go on about this book for hours and hours, you and I said interactive because as you're reading this book, you will start to relate about your own life instances, and after reading this book, you will start thinking how you could have dealt with the situation otherwise, and what went wrong, and what you could have done better. So this book is really, it can be a guidance for you in your own way. And I'm not exaggerating if I say this book can actually change your life, and not change your life because you just read it once, but because if you change your thinking, that's all that matters. uh, you'll start viewing at your life completely on a different tone, and that is the change you're looking for, especially at a hard time like this when we all are feeling very low and helpless. This book will actually make you feel how much control you actually have on your life. For more such videos, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Happy reading, stay safe, bye bye.